北マリアナ諸島は日本の南約2400キロ、サイパン、テニアン、ロタなど14の島からなるアメリカ合衆国の自治領です。サイパンへは日本から直行便でわずか3時間半で到着します。
Nothing holding them together.
テニアン島は北マリアナ諸島の一つで、もともとチャモロ人が暮らしていた島です。高さ5メートルを超す巨大な石柱は、古代チャモロ人の伝説の支配者タガオが作ったと言われています。1945年まで日本の委任統治領であり、その名残が数多く残されています。昭和5年、この一帯に1日1200トンの生産能力を持つ南洋後発テニアン製糖工場が建設されました。太平洋戦争が始まると、テニアン島では住民を巻き込んだ地上戦が行われました。
So the current from Japan is coming this direction.
日本統治時代、テニアン島ではサトウキビ栽培による製糖業が盛んだったため、移住者には沖縄県出身者が多く、約2000人の沖縄県出身の一般市民が亡くなったと言われています。太平洋戦争中、テニアン島からは B29 が日本へ向けて連日のように飛び立ち、広島、長崎に原爆を投下した B29 もテニアンから発進しました。滑走路北側の場所には2つのピットが保存されています。当時これらのピットの中に広島に投下されたリトルボーイ、長崎に投下されたファットマンがそれぞれ吊り下ろされ、油圧ジャッキで押し上げられ B29 に搭載されました。 ここではテニアンの人々による慰霊の催しが行われていましたが、米軍により中止させられました。テニアンでは現在も島の多くを米軍が所有しています。北マリアナ諸島では海に寄り添い、海と共に生きる人々が生活しています。ここは日本からの海流が来る海岸です。日本政府は東京電力福島第一原発の汚染処理水を海へ放出しようとしています。サイパン、テニアン、ロタの島の人々は不安と抗議の声を上げています。
My name is Juanita Mascamendiola, born and raised, educated abroad, and learned many things about the atrocities that big countries and big corporations have been doing for the little people such as us. When everybody promised that the Fukushima nuclear power plant was safe, everybody agreed to it, or majority of the people agreed to it, but then the tsunami came and it's no longer safe. And then now the waste from that is threatening our own livelihood. I think that the world needs to start listening to the little people so that the little people can have a chance to survive in this world. And we may be a tiny dot in the world, but we are important too. I understand all the scientific things that they have been advertising, that they say that it's safe if you dilute it in water. In the first place, you have already diluted it in water, but it's still not safe, and you think the Pacific Ocean has enough water to dilute it any further. The problem is when the little fish eat those, whatever the tea thingy, the triton, whatever, when the little fish eat that, the big fish eat it. And when you first dump it out, there's little fishes in there that migrates all over the place. And then the big fish from somewhere else eats it, and the contamination continues. And the fact of the matter is, there is no scientific method to study the future contamination that may interact with whatever is being dumped presently. So nobody can convince me that this move is safe. If you think that it is safe, then dump it in your own lake or dump it in the land, or use it as an irrigation, because that's the only way that we can believe it's safe. But just to think that you think that the ocean is too big and it can be contaminated a little bit at a time, and I'm only thinking in this little island, for this little island is the resources of the people that need to use the ocean as a sustenance for their survival. Many of us are unemployed, because our government cannot, our economy and our government cannot afford to employ everyone. We presently have 37% unemployment, about 40%, 40% of us are poor, rated poor. So we need the water, the ocean, as our sustenance. But in our culture also, it affects our healing mechanism that we have believed in since the beginning of time in our existence as people of Zamoro. Is the water, the ocean water heals our body ailments. So we rely on the ocean for so many things, and not just being beautiful, or it's called paradise, or that is secondary to what the ocean means to us in our livelihood.
「日本の海流が来る岸の少し北では季節によって塩を作る海岸があります。
Around the island, even northern island, depends how strong. Counterclockwise. I'm a fisherman, okay? So common sense, no dumping nuclear waste. Your waste in Japan. Don't dump to Tinian because this is only very tiny island, very small island.
It's enough already that we don't have enough resources on land, but our resources in the ocean is very valuable to us here in Tinian. To please reconsider dumping the waste in the ocean. Again, please understand our situation here in Tinian.
No
dumping!
Yeah. As a matter of fact, here, look at all those big ones. You can see. You can see even the here, like, and they're different, right? They're all different. So if you look at this, see,
China.
Chinese,
Yeah.
right? I think this is Taiwan. Yeah, made in Taiwan. Here. Made in Japan. Yeah, I've been collecting all these buoys for the past almost 33 years. I started from 1991.
Why do you collect? Why do you collect?
We always when I was young, I was only like 15, 16 years old. I always go with my father at the backside of the island. So it's always on the shore. I think this is a trash that I've seen in CNN and all this news in regards to the maritime and all this debris. They call it debris, right? Which is in reality, I think it is, because there's an office in Honolulu that manages all this debris. Because actually these are.
If water stay the same, we're catching. Plenty.
Wow.
We're catching. Yeah, what you guys are spilling in the ocean is not good for the environment in the ocean. You're gonna kill a lot of habitats from fish to coral, everything. Everything gonna go down the population of fish. So it's not good, period.
Many of them, they go fishing to help provide food for their families. Many of them also utilize that for their livelihood. They go fishing, they sell their catch to earn some sort of financial income to support their families and their businesses. So for me as the leader of the municipality of Rota, we want to be absolutely sure that what is being released into the water will cause no harm. There is always never a guarantee in any situation like that, but this is where we can work with the Japanese government, provide the evidence that you say if these businesses are going to release all these clean water, provide that evidence so our people can be at ease You know, we want to make sure that we protect our natural resources, and we want to be able, because with technology today, studies can be done, and we want to also assure that by what standard are they saying it's safe. We share the Pacific Ocean, and I'm sure too the government, the Japanese government, want to also protect their people, because I'm sure the Japanese people also use the same water for their food, for their livelihood. And so how can we do this together? So maybe there needs to be further study to show the people, to put them at ease with by providing the evidence to show them that the water truly is safe. As people living here, to protect our environment, not just for us, but our future generation. You know, we want us to ensure food security. And by protecting our waters, this is one way we can.
But I've been repeating myself when it comes to nuclear waste. You know, for many years back, 20, 30, 40 years ago, we always opposed the transportation of nuclear waste in our region, in our ocean. And even back then, I knew for certain that we're going to have a problem with waste, you know, nuclear waste. And it's very toxic, as we all know that. It's very toxic. And ocean will probably be the last frontier, last resource for us humans to use its resource as food, source of food. Other big companies, you know, they look at it as source of money. I wish I could tell our listeners, you know, how precious it is that the Pacific Island must come together and protect our water. I think we've been overwhelmed with big nations like Japan, America, China, you know, you name it. They always come and they said, Lino, this is good for you. I said, how do you know that? You just got here. You know, that kind of attitude, they just turned me off. Instead of listening to us, sit with us and find out what can we do to address our environment, to come together and protect our protect our you know, our natural resources, especially our ocean.